In this video, we are going to look at cell styles in Excel. We're going to use the tables and styles spreadsheet. And what we're going to do is perform a linear regression to begin with, and then we will look at how to better format the data. So we're going to perform a regression, so we need the regression coefficients. This we do with the function linest. We're doing a linear regression, so we choose two cells right next to each other. We select the y values, which are the data, and the x values, which are the years. Control Shift Enter, as this is an array formula. And then our user is going to type in a year, say 2020, and we are going to calculate the estimated data from our regression. So that would be series sum, our x value, 1 because it's linear, minus 1 because it's a linear regression, pass in the coefficients, and we get the answer 0.0788. This spreadsheet, however, would be very hard for a user. Imagine giving it to your boss and saying, please use this to figure out, put in your year and you will get your estimated data with our linear regression. Finding the year, finding what your boss is supposed to look at is hard, and you don't want to make your boss's life hard. So we are going to use some very basic cell styles to format this spreadsheet in a better way. First off, I am going to format our data as a table. We will talk more about tables in a different video. And then I am going to format my labels using cell styles. There are 4 cell styles which we will use repeatedly when building a spreadsheet. We've got the headings, heading 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, depending on the size that we want. We've got input, something someone's supposed to type. We've got output, something someone's supposed to look at. And we've got calculation, something which does our calculations, but if we're not interested, we don't need to look at it. Okay, the regression coefficients I would use the heading style for, and any labels I would use the heading style for. So here we go. These we'll call heading 2 as well. And now if you notice, we've lost most of the text. So that would be bad form in terms of our spreadsheet. So if we double click on the in between the columns, it will widen our column so that we can see everything. Okay, so we've done that. The year is meant to be our input, so we'll do cell style input. The estimated data is what we're calculating, but it's what we're supposed to look at, so we'll call that the output. We'll go up here, regression coefficients, those are calculations. And if we want to look at them, we can, but we don't have to. Now I am going to, oops, that didn't work very well. Let's make this one a little wider, the other one a little wider. So here we go. We have made regression coefficients, and I'll merge this so it's more like a heading, fit across the regression coefficients. We have really one other thing that we need to think about with this spreadsheet, which would be that our numbers don't look very nice. In particular, these 0.0788 and so on numbers aren't really in the right format. Now, if we look at the cell styles, we will see that there aren't very many number formats. There's comma, comma 0, currency, currency 0, and percent. For the most part, those are not sufficient for what we might want to do. So we will have to create new cell styles for the things that we want. If we look at this, we have the choice to put in a name, and then we have these 6 tick boxes which tell us which formats the cell style we're creating is going to apply. Now we are creating a new number format. I'm going to call it %. 4, which means we are only interested in the numbers. And so basically what this will do, if we apply the style to a cell, it will only change the number format. We go to Format, %4, and this is now a 4 decimal point percentage format. Note it hasn't been applied anywhere. And we can go to this cell, Cell Styles, and you'll see up here there's a custom style, which is what we've just created, %4. And I will format all of my data in my data table as %4 as well. And maybe just for good measure, I'll format the regression coefficients as %4. Now we have a relatively nicely formatted spreadsheet. When I pull up the spreadsheet, I know that cells I'm supposed to change are in orange. The answer I'm looking for is in gray with black letters. And if I want to see how the answer was calculated, I can go look for cells which are gray with orange letters, and I'll find my calculations. If, for example, you don't like the orange cell as your input, you do have the option to change it. So if I right-click on my style, I can modify it. So, for example, you don't like that orange style, we can change this and go to Fill Effects, for example, and we can go for, how about yellow with dark green, and we'll make it diagonal down for particularly hideous formatting. So there is a cell which is dark green blending up to yellow, and now if I look at my cell styles, input looks like that. So if you want, you can create your own set of styles, of cell styles, and inputs a particular color and outputs a different color. And as long as you're consistent, then whoever you're sharing your spreadsheets with, or yourself in 6 months, will know how to interpret your spreadsheet. The only downside of changing the basic styles is that if I create a new spreadsheet, so here's a new spreadsheet, the cell styles are the Microsoft defaults. I can, if I choose, click on Merge Style and merge the styles in this spreadsheet with the styles from Tables and Styles. And we'll say, yep, merge styles to have the same names. And now my input is that green color. I have that %4 format style.